Hello and welcome back to part 19 of this Tekkit tutorial series. Today we're going to be looking at some of the railcraft stuff, as it is incredibly cool. But we're going to start off small and then we're gradually going to build up, as there's a lot of features in railcraft. But first we're going to make ourselves a rolling machine, and a rolling machine is how you create the rails for your minecart tracks. Now if you haven't noticed yet, you can't make minecart tracks the way you normally would, just with iron down the sides and then it sticks. I think it is the normal Minecraft recipe. It's changed in Tekkit, it's been overwritten. So you'll need one of these if you're going to do anything with minecarts. And it's made with iron ingots in the corners, a crafting table in the middle, and pistons in the other empty spots. Next we're going to make ourselves some cork oven bricks. Now a cork oven produces creosote oil, I think it's called, and cork coal. Now I'll explain these a bit later on, but it's very handy to have one, or several if you want. But to make one, you'll need 27 cork oven bricks, and to make this you'll need 5 stacks of sand in the corners and the centre. And then in the free spaces you'll need bricks. So now that we've got these, we can set them up. I'm going to set this rolling machine down. If you look inside, it looks exactly like a crafting table, and whenever you see this symbol in any of my designs, I'll call them, then you'll know that you'll need a rolling table. For example, here. So these are standard rails. You'll need these for most things, like tracks, etc. But to make them, you put iron ingots down the sides inside your rolling machine and you will get 8 standard rails from this. Now, next you'll need some wooden ties. Now wooden ties are made from wooden slabs, so if you don't know how to make a wooden slab, where have you been living? It's just 3 wooden planks and you get 6. And you'll need some creosote oil, not creosote. This will get you some wooden ties. Now I'll explain where I get this from in a bit, when we get to the cork oven. So next you'll need to make a stone rail bed. Even though it's made of wooden ties, it's still called a stone rail bed, so just watch out for this. But it's made with 4 wooden ties, like so, and this will get you 1 stone rail bed. You'll need a couple of these, as we're going to make varying types of tracks. And to make some normal tracks, you need to put some standard rails down the sides, and your stone rail bed in the middle, and this will get you 16 tracks. Next, we're going to move on to some advanced rail. This is for all the stuff that requires redstone or power put into the tracks. So you'll need quite a lot of these as well. But it's made with 3 standard rail down the left, 3 redstone dust in the middle, 3 gold ingots down the side, and you need to put this inside a rolling machine. And with these we can make some holding tracks, which is advanced rails down both sides, redstone at the bottom, another stone rail bed in the middle, at centre top I should say, and a pressure plate in the very middle. Now I'll explain how to use all these in a bit, but first of all we're going to make ourselves some item loaders and unloaders. For these we're going to need 4 detector storages, which is wood in a chest shape but with 4 pressure plates in the middle. Make sure they're stone pressure plates, and this will get you some detector storages. Now to make an item loader you need to use 2 of these detector storages and 2 dispensers. Now the dispensers have to be on top of the detector storages, otherwise you'll get item unloaders. So I'll take these with us. And finally, nearly finally, we've got the item unloaders, which is the detect storage on top of a dispenser, so you get your unloaders. And we're going to make some powered rails just in case you need to travel your minecarts quite a distance. This is made with advanced rails down both sides, stone rail bed in the middle, and redstone dust at the bottom. So now that we've got everything we need, I'm going to show you how to set up this Cork Furnace. As you can see, I've already got a one here to just demonstrate all the things that we've made so far, but to set up a Cork Furnace, what you do is you set a base layer of 3 by 1, like this, and then on the next layer you have to leave a gap in the middle, like so. As you can probably tell, I'm lagging quite a bit, as I can't even control what's happening at the moment. So you see, you don't want to put one in the middle just there, that is bad. So sorry about that, as my Tekkit and Fraps don't seem to like to mix. So what you do is you leave the middle hollow and you fill it up, and you'll get these little blobs on the side. Now what you want to put inside here is you want to put some coal in here, like so. Let's get some coal, and this will turn it into cork coal, which if I go over to my already made furnaces over here, you can see I've got all these furnaces, this cork furnace set up. Now, so let me explain a little bit what's going on here. As you can see, I've got my item unloaders in here, under this ground, just here, and item unloaders face upwards, and item loaders face downwards. So you've got to have, you can put tracks on them and things, but the storage, or where they're going to pull things out of, is adjacent to them. So this unload is going to drag everything out of the chest into this chest, and it's going to be there. Now, as you can see in here, I've already got some coal cork in there, and in here I've got some creosote oil. Now, if you look in here, I've got some coal being cooked, and any second now this minecart will come along, deposit that off, and we'll get 7 in there now. Now this little droplet here, every other block of coal that gets cooked will create a creosote oil. So it's quite difficult to get, and it takes a while. As you can see, this takes forever to cook. So you might want to set up like hundreds of these things if you want a vast amount of rails. But the bonuses of having coal cork is that it burns for twice as long. So it's worth just getting it for the coal cork. You can put it in not macerators, you can put it in generators to cook up, and it'll just go forever. So it's more of an early game thing, really. And if you look inside, when you're setting up an item loader, if you press the complete button, it will make it so that until everything that's inside of here is unloaded, it won't send power through. So as long as there's nothing in here, this cart will stop moving. So if I just press complete here and turn it off, it will just go around forever. If you press complete again, it hasn't unloaded anything, so it's going to stay. This little bit of the UI here, I've got mine set to 100%, so until it retrieves 100% of whatever's inside, it won't move. That's why the complete stops it. And it's the same for the unloaders. It's got complete. Now this little slot here is its internal inventory, and anything you put in here, basically when your minecart goes round, it puts the item it's carrying in here, and then it will unload it into this chest. And same for the loaders. The loaders will pull things out of their adjacent chests into here and then into the minecart. Now if I look at this minecart up here, I've just got this one running around in circles all the time, just fueling the cork oven. Now if you put things in the top, it goes into the burn section. If you want to get the creosote oil out of a minecart, you need to go onto the bottom of the cork oven, and if you want to get the coal cork out, you have to go onto the side. Now this is just an unloader attached to a chest which is going to have coal in eventually, and it travels around, picks up this coal, and if I just press this button complete, it won't move. If I just get a load of coal in here, like so, and I turn this on to be percentage based instead, and look in here, it'll drain every single block of this before it gets powered again. So when this is finished, and I think this is nearly done, so you'll get to see the creosote minecart go as well. Just look in here. Any second, boom. Both minecarts have gone off, and this top minecart set off again. Now, just because it's delivering things all the time, you might as well just leave it on. There's no point in having it just stationary, otherwise there's no point in having it there at all. So next time we're going to look at blast furnaces and tunnel bores, as well as crowbar, which can link minecarts together. I know it's going to be a very short episode this episode, but I'm having some serious computer troubles at the moment, as you can probably work out as it's jumped a bit in this episode. But thank you for watching. I hope that this has helped people with their cork oven troubles. I know it took me a while to figure out how to get this all working. So this is just a simple setup. You can expand this out to 6 or 7 of these. If you had them in a line, for example, you could just have minecarts travelling between them all the time. So I hope this has helped. Thanks for watching. There'll be a subscribe button at the top. Tell your friends, and I'll catch you next time, guys. See you later.